everyone. I hope you are well. As you can see, I am not in church. We had an ice storm last Sunday, so Suzanne and I are going to be recording um, last Sunday's that would have been the 9th tonight, and we're also going to be recording this Sunday's the 16th tonight. Two separate things, but that's why I'm not in church. I'm home. And we are going to be looking at a story in the book of Judges. This is the Old Testament, and it's about Samson. Samson has a lot of stories about him. He's a pretty cool guy. And I'm going to read part of one story and then the rest of another story that we have the craft on. So for 40 years, the children of Israel had suffered at the hands of the Philistines, a fierce enemy from the lands near the sea. Then an angel appeared to an Israelite couple who had long been childless. You will have a son who will win a great victory over the Philistines, the angel told them. But you must be careful never to cut his hair. The angel then warned the woman, while you are carrying the child, you must not touch wine or any strong drink, for your son will be a Nazarite, and his life will be dedicated to God. The child was born, and he was called Samson, and he grew tall and strong. So this story that we're going to zero in on is about Samson and Delilah. This is a great story. Samson fell in love with a woman called Delilah. The Philistine lords went to Delilah, and told her she must uncover the secret of Samson's great strength, because he was a really strong guy. Find out how we may take him prisoner, and each one of us will give you 1,100 pieces of silver. When Delilah was alone with Samson, she questioned him prettily. Tell me, what is the secret of your strength, and how could you be made captive? If I were bound with 7 new bowstrings, then I should be helpless as a child, Samson replied. As if in play, Delilah then tied him fast with 7 bowstrings given her by the Philistines, who were lying in wait in the next room. The Philistines are upon us, she cried. But Samson snapped the strings as easily if they were frail threads. Why did you not tell me the truth? Delilah asked crossly. The truth, said Samson. The truth is that I can be held only by ropes that have never been used. As before, Delilah bound him fast, and as before, the Philistines burst in upon them, only to see Samson break the ropes as easily as if they had been spun of spider webs. The third time Delilah put her question, Samson told her that if she wove his long hair into the fabric on her loom, then he would be weak. But again, the Philistines tried to lay hands on him, and he broke away effortlessly. How can you say you love me, sobbed Delilah, when you tell me nothing but lies? And she needled and nagged him until at last Samson, sick to death of her pestering, told his secret. It is my hair. If you cut my hair, then my strength is gone. He soon fell asleep, exhausted, on her lap, and while he slept, Delilah signaled to one of the Philistines, who crept in and cut off the strong man's hair. Samson, the Philistines are upon us, she cried, and Samson, not knowing that his strength had left him, jumped to his feet, but at once was overpowered. His captors blinded him and took him to Gaza, where he was thrown into prison. There, brass shackles were locked around his ankles, and he was put to work grinding wheat. But slowly, his hair began to grow. So here's the rest of the story. about Samson in the temple. The Philistines were in the temple celebrating and offering sacrifices to their god Dagon. Thanks be to Dagon, for he has delivered the enemy into our hands, they chanted. As the singing and dancing became louder and wilder, there were shouts for Samson. Bring him out. Let us see the Israelite champion. Where is his strength now? The blind prisoner was led into the temple and put to stand between the pillars of the doorway so that everyone could see him. The crowd grew from hundreds to thousands, all of them laughing and jeering at Samson's helplessness. O Lord God, give me my strength once more, Samson silently entreated. Bracing his hands against the pillar on either side of him, Samson pushed with all his might. There was a noise as though the earth were cracking open, and suddenly the temple roof and walls crashed to the ground, killing everyone inside, including Samson. So in dying, Samson won a final victory over the Philistines. So for our craft for this story, I'm going to show it to you because it's to be colored. So let me see if you can see that. This is Samson here. See how he's shackled? And there's the pillars. And then when you open this, that's where he shows everybody that he has his strength. So I hope you enjoy the story and that you enjoy coloring this really cool picture of Samson, and he really was very strong. Be well. I hope to see you soon.